Preliminary investigation. Just look at that preliminary investigation done by the manager. So normally the top level managers, they are the one who will check about the preliminary investigation system background, whether they are going to build, what are the things available, how to build. So all this system information has to find out, background information has to find out with the development team. So normally the manager is the one who is in charge of that preliminary investigation. Normally we write the preliminary investigation is done by the manager. But there might be document control and people who are involved with, but mainly we consider about the manager. So it contains the following. Identify the current system, suggest alternative solutions. So first, after the visit to the situation, location, identify what is the current system. It may be a manual system or it may be some sort of computerized system. So identify the current system. Who are the people involved with, how it's happening. Then people they have to suggest alternative solutions. What are the most suitable one? Like do some suggesting alternative solution. Then prioritize information system needs. For which one we should give first priority, for which one second priority. Likewise, the prioritize information system needs. Then in system investigation, we gather information by asking questions, observations, surveying, and interviews. So these things are involved with the preliminary investigation. Wait, I'll explain the next one also. Types of feasibility studies. So mainly according to our syllabus, we have the 4 technical feasibility, economical feasibility, operation feasibility, organization feasibility. So if we are going to build a system, first we will check about the technology, whether the technology is available or not, whether we have the technology or we have to hire the expertise. Then economical, whether the budget is enough or not. Then whether if we are going to build it, whether it is benefit or not. Then operation, while doing the system, whether there will be any operational issues, whether we have to stop it or not. Then organization. Now, for example, think someone is doing tourism in Sri Lanka. Now they might have operational issues without fuel, how they can survive. Okay, most of the power cut, also operational issues. While doing that, there might be some operational issues. So that one we have to first identify. As a result of operational feasibility, we have to stop the product development also. Organization level also, there might be issues. Okay, in university we will study more about political issues as well. I'll explain the next slide as well. Then types of feasibility. First one, technical feasibility. In technical feasibility, this evaluate whether the developer have ability to construct the proposed system, whether they have the ability, whether the technology needed for the system exists, whether they have a knowledge or whether they have the technology, how difficult system will be to develop, whether the developer have enough experience using that technology. If they do not have, they have to hire expertise. I'll add that point also. If the technology is not available, have to hire expertise. Okay. Okay, we'll start copying this one. That means types of feasibility and the technical feasibility. Economical feasibility. Just look at a process of identifying the financial benefits and cost associated with the project development. This studies the cost benefits to evaluate whether the benefits justify the investment in the system. So the amount, how much is going to spend and how it will be benefit, have to check it and identify. That we investigate how far it will benefit. Then can development cost be justified? Whether the development cost is uh, worth or not. Then an important outcome of economic feasibility study is the cost benefit analysis. So as a result of this economical feasibility, finally we will get the cost benefit analysis. Each stage, that means when we consider about at the entire cycle, how much budget we have to use. That means each stage, how much each and every software engineer, developer, then testing team, for each and everyone, we have to pay the money. So that one we have to identify in the beginning. Okay, so there might be some situation according to the country as well. So each and everything we have to analyze how much cost we are going to spend for this one, whether the budget is good or not, whether it is beneficial or not, we have to consider in the economical feasibility. Then operational feasibility, a process of assessing the degree of the proposed system solution. Then business problems or advantages of the business and opportunities. So while operating the system, how far we will get to find out the solution, what are the problems, what are the advantages, while operational, if you are going to build it, what are the problems will come up. This assess willingness and ability of a system user to support and use the proposed system. Willingness, whether we will be able to willing to complete it, or ability, whether we have enough ability to build it, or user support, whether user will give the support to propose complete the system. So will the system be used when it is developed? After developing, will they use it? Will there is resistance from the user to the system development? Actually, this operational feasibility is not used, not properly checked in our most Sri Lankan projects. For example, just think about our southern airport. Are we operationally use it now? No. In the beginning, they should think about it. They are without thinking, they develop the southern airway, that airlines, everything. They says now they're not going to use because of the birds are knocking on the planes. So if it is so, they have to think about in the beginning in financial. So after spending large amount of money, then if we suddenly stop the work usage, then in vain the wasting money. So every aspect we have to think. So just now we have the fuel problem. So those are some problem for the operational level in some companies. Dollar problem also operation. So in the beginning, we have to consider about the operation feasibility as well. Okay, we'll copy these two slides, economical feasibility and operation feasibility. Organization feasibility. Then a process of identifying and assessing organizational view of feasibility. Example, responsibility of the stakeholders. So organization level, whether the stakeholders are taking their responsibilities properly, or whether they are stopping the productions or development. So those things we have to consider. This determines the extent to which the proposed system supports the objectives of the organization strategy. So the system, whether the system is helping for the organization strategy. If it is harmful for the organization, have organization committee, they will stop the product, stop the software development. So every time you have to consider about the development of a project will be harmful for the organization's good view. In here, the system is taken as a subset of the whole. So it will consider as a subset of the whole. Then next slide also I'll explain. At the end of this operational feasibility, organizational feasibility and all, actually this feasibility study means documentation. We will create some document. The result of feasibility study is a formal document. The report detailing the nature and the scope. How we are going to build it. What are the scope? So about the proposed system. Actually, first they are proposing, the proposal is uh, given, then with the proposal, feasibility study also hand out. So finally only accept by the development team and by the authority. That means the proposed system with the feasibility study is handing over to the director or the in the top level. Then they will go through that feasibility studies and proposal and check whether it is worth, only give the approval. So once the feasibility study is done, project is approved or disapproved according to the result of the study. According to the feasibility study, it may be approved or not. If the project seems feasible and desirable, then the project is finally approved. Otherwise, no further work is carried out. Feasibility studies help us to find out the approval, whether it is continue or not. Normally, feasibility studies is coming with the project proposal. Okay, so now we'll write these two slides from organization. So the final slide should be the giving the approval. Okay, at the end of feasibility study, I'll take it as a heading. At the end of the feasibility study. Okay, take that one as a heading. At the end of the feasibility study, you get the approval. Okay. So copy down these two slides.